Governor Greg Abbott met with local construction workers, small business leaders, and advocates in the Alamo City today. After the meeting, the governor announced his plans to boost the economy by helping support the needs of small businesses and workers during the pandemic. The plan includes cutting certain regulations, reducing permit processing delays, and implementing legal protections.
Texas businesses and employees that have operated in good faith shouldn't have their livelihoods destroyed by frivolous lawsuits. To protect these businesses, I'm working with the legislature on a bill that provides civil liability protections for both individuals and businesses that operated in good faith during the course of the pandemic.
The governor says he is also working to get small businesses access to coronavirus testing. You can find more on the governor's plans and proposals at the KENS 5 app or on KENS5.com.